Can you hear me now? No, can you hear me now? Try it now. I'm looking, going, what is going on? Because my microphones are being weird. Do you got me now? Try me now. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I told you I'm going to be rusty. Just got to figure it out. Well, I'm trying to get my audio going, and I don't know what's going on. I'm always so deep in thought. Is it working now? Is the question. Oh, good. Okay. Hi, Pat. Look at this. I got pelicans. There's 2 pelicans in here. That's so awesome. Good morning. Thank you, Gabby. I'm glad, Gabrielle, I'm glad you can hear. I think I had something, the standard Jenny maneuver. Too many buttons, so some aren't working. Or some switches were flipped and others weren't. I am so rusty, you guys. Took like 10 days off or 12 days off of painting, and last night when I was painting, I'm like, wow, practice does help when you're... I know, 2 pelicans are in here. 3 pelicans with me. It's a Pelly morning. Oh my goodness, see, look, I'm just like... Bleh. So this is an updated palette that last night as I was painting, I just kept adjusting and adjusting and adjusting, and it may have to just go back to my original regular old one that I had. Good morning, Debbie. I don't know if it's morning where you are. But I am trying to see that I'm wondering is normally TikTok is where most of the comments are, and I'm not seeing any. Are any of you watching? I'm curious if somebody could go over and look on Asia's on TikTok Jan's was on TikTok. I'm curious if people are adding comments on TikTok, because I'm just not seeing any TikTok comments today, which is bizarre. Oh, that's right. You're on the West Coast. You're in California, aren't you? Ah, thanks, Cheryl. I love doing these Alaskas. I'm watching my email because I should be getting an order from a shop in Sitka, Alaska. Like, I have no idea how much they're ordering, but they're stocking up. Yeah, but like Jan, you were chatting in TikTok too, Jan, and I gotta go look and see why I'm not seeing. I don't know why. Thank you, Gabrielle. Oh, there it is. Okay. Whoa. It just all came in. So, Jan, you were saying something about pelicans. So they're on Instagram. There are two of my very close teaching friends, and we, yeah, I can see the comments now. I just clicked over and there they are. But last time I did this, my TikTok comments were coming through in my Streamlab, and so now I gotta just make an adjustment. And my computer is way off to my left. That's why I'm like leaning like this, because I can't. Okay, got it. Gonna do this. All right. Pelipad. So what I was saying is my pelican friends are these incredible group of teachers and retired teachers and counselor from the first school that I taught in, starting back in, what was that, 1996? Back in the previous millennium when I started teaching, and we spent a weekend together on the Oregon coast at the Pelican Shores Hotel, and somehow we dubbed ourselves the Pelicans. So we have been friends for a very long time. A very long time. Incredible group of ladies. Okay. Now I think I see. I gotta look. Pelly Pals. Oh my gosh, we have never called each other Pelican Pals. Yes, Sue dubbed us the Pelicans, and I just hear her voice. Is that a yucca? I still hear it all these years later. Did we do that? Did we go? I think I was barely pregnant with Seth when we took that first trip. Because I was not able to have as much fun as some of you. Okay. One more maneuver here. Oh yeah. We got it right. Both Cheryl and I had both of our kids very close together in age too. We did. Let's see. Okay. It may take me 10-15 minutes into this to actually start painting. Good Lord, that was exciting. I couldn't help it. So Cheryl, are you back home? It's your family month now, Cheryl. Your family birthdays, anniversary. Oh, you're in Anchorage still? For how long? That's so weird. I hate this. Oh my gosh. Now Sue's here. We've got lots of pelicans in here. So exciting. You guys, I painted the coolest pelican. I'm going to go get it. So when I first started painting, not when I first started painting, but when I first started ordering shapes and stuff last spring, I'm like, I'm getting pelicans because I knew I needed pelicans. This is what the first round that they sent me looked. This is huge. This guy is like 5 inches, and he's super thick, like way thicker than most of my ornaments. So you can see there how much thicker it is. And then, oh, you're there for a while. Look at this. And but this one, when they sent me these, not only were they really thick, but they had the hole, which I like really small holes to put the fishing line through. Oh, look at all of those pellies. It just is so happy day. The hole was cut so big and like an eye on this that I was like, how am I supposed to use these? And I'm so glad I didn't throw them away, because over time I realized if the hole's in the wrong place, I just use wood filler and I fill it. So this is, I love this one. I used my flower tool on it, and it's got such cool sparkle. This one's a cool one. Pat, you don't have a pelican yet. The Cheryl and Sue both have pelicans already. And by the way, I am working a Central Oregon trip for next summer. After spending a week or 10 days in Pelican in Texas with my brother's kids. They used to always come over and visit us over there, and they would camp for at least a week every summer at Crooked River Ranch. And so next year is my year to put together our D'Souza Palooza family reunion. And we were talking, and I think I might do it over at Crooked River Ranch. And that way people can rent houses or places to stay, or people can go camp like they used to, like Mike's family used to, and then bring in my kids down. That's the plan, and they're special people. Marin will be married by then, and let them take them around Central Oregon again, since we haven't done that in like 10 years. So now that they're adults, to see where they were born and where we lived before we moved up here. So I think that that's what we are going to do next summer, if I can get my kids to have enough time off. See, really weird, like I'm sorry, I just am trying to make sure I can see other comments, and I can't see the TikTok comments again. They like stopped coming in. So weird. They were there, now they're not there. So that's in the works for summer 2026. Sometime down in Central Oregon, and it would be so cool to see you all. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to see what I should see. Like, I know that there are people on TikTok that are probably in the comments, and I just can't see it, strangely. I can only see my Instagram comments, which is really weird. All the weirdness. So anybody on TikTok, please know I'm not seeing your comments. So chat amongst yourselves, I suppose. But I really wanted to talk with you all. Fill you in on my awesome trip. Okay, I give up. Hello, you were Stacy? Because I can't, I don't know what is going on TikTok that it's not showing up strangely today. Very weird. And like last time I did a live, I was super excited because the TikTok comments actually showed up within my Streamlabs where I see all the other ones. So, but now nothing is showing up in Streamlabs. And it says I have 0 viewers. Very bizarre. Very bizarre, very bizarre. Okay, wait. We may... Oh, you know what I might be able to do? There we go. What if I do this? So it says there's 6 people on TikTok now. Just give me a second to be standard me. Where the heck are the comments again? Nope. So annoying. Like I'm looking on TikTok and I can't even see the comments now. But I need to. This is me messing with my phone now. Doesn't even show that I'm live when I go on TikTok. It's so weird. I can see Deb. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm really sorry everybody on TikTok. I can't see your comments, unfortunately, and I do not know why. Like I'm even looking very specifically on TikTok right now, and where the heck are the comments? So weird. Because normally, okay, wait. Okay, now I see Stacy's. We may have it. Just give me a minute to mess with my screen. So annoying. Have a good day, Stacy. Now I can see. Oh, go have fun with your daughter. Have fun with your daughter, Stacy. Definitely. I think I can manage now that I see. I can see those comments. If I do that, I can see these comments. If I do this, maybe. Got it. As good as it's gonna get. Alrighty. So that's the pelican. Back to painting. Sitting here with paint open. Holy moly. Nothing like spending half the time you're on messing with stuff. when I was redoing this palette, I had to adjust the pink, and this really, I probably should have looked. I bought, when I was in Texas, I had my first Hobby Lobby experience, and I bought some paint, and I got strawberry, and I should probably go look on Jenna's list. Strawberry, I have a feeling, is on the no-no list. It's really pretty in the bottle, but man, it does not look the same on paper. It does not. Hey, Tom. Always, even if the colors aren't quite right, top dotting seems to make it happen. Good morning. It is morning. Definitely is. Yeah, that's... Audrey, hello. I'm still not sure that I'm seeing comments on TikTok. Somehow I skipped doing all those yellows in there. What was I doing? So I need to do that. Interesting. I still am not getting things on TikTok. It's like I open it and there's some old comments. Huh. What the heck? So weird. I just do not know where those TikTok comments are. So I apologize if you're on TikTok. It is beautiful, sunny, bright here today. Okay. My favorite yellow top dot. Yeah, if you are on TikTok, I really apologize. I don't know why I can't see the TikTok comments today. So if you're feeling alone, I'm not ignoring you. I seem to only be able to see comments on Instagram. Bizarre. Very bizarre. It's my first day back streaming after almost 2 weeks off. So I was on vacation, and I have learned a couple of things, unfortunately, about my body. I think that a lot of my neck and shoulder issues, like I should, as you're staring at the top of my head as I'm painting, I felt pretty good while I was gone because I wasn't painting for hours a day. And yesterday I painted a bit, and last night I was like, what the heck? My shoulders and neck were so... I don't have Facebook on. I intended to, but I turned it off because I've got to work out a couple of things, because Facebook automatically just saves these lives, which it shouldn't, that doesn't matter, but I also, it seems to be glitchy on Facebook a lot, so I didn't turn the Facebook one on. Hi, Jeanette. Now I see that comment. God, my TikTok comments are really sketchy. Really, really sketchy, but good to see you, Jeanette. But I see a TikTok comment. Maybe it's just dead over on TikTok and there aren't any comments. It's like disappeared. The ones that were there a little bit ago. So weird. I am doing really well. I had such a good trip to Texas to see my, I saw 2 of my nieces and a nephew, my brother's kids. And it was so good and heart-filling and soul-filling. My brother passed away 3 years ago, and it was just good. So good. Hi, Asia. Glad you're back. It was just so good. The family time, getting to know my great nieces and nephews, playing game after game after game. Yeah. And I was very close with my brother. He was 10 years older than me. So, like, these nieces and nephews almost are like, I grew up babysitting them. Because I was like, I'm 10, 11 years older than them. So they're pushing 40. And actually the youngest one's 30. But we started off in Dallas and we rented a big old house and we had 6 kids. Their kids, there's 6 of them total, running around, and it was amazing how those little cousins get along so well. It was just really, really wonderful. We had some good conversations about their dad, and just they're dealing with his estate right now, and that's hard. It's been 3 years, and it's taken this long for things to happen. He didn't have a will, and his wife, at the time of his death, didn't get on dealing with probate and everything, so it's been a little bit of a challenge, and not the most positive experience, so it's hard for them to have the closure they need, even though, you know, my brother died from COVID, so he was one of those people who was alone in the hospital, and we all are dealing with that. His kids really didn't get to say goodbye to him, because once he went in the hospital, which he had been in the hospital a couple of days before they even let us know, none of us got to say goodbye to him. So that's a hard thing, and I know there are plenty of people that have had that situation where you didn't get to say goodbye to someone, but it's hard. That's a hard one. Is Jan back? Yeah. Oh, it does. But I'm telling you, going and spending time with his kids was so great. Like, just having that time with them. My husband and I both, it was fun. We had such a great time. Sorry, it's 9. We had just such a great time in so many ways, doing so many different things. It was so awesome to see him living on through all of his kids, and grandkids. So cool. So we, well, and it just gave me a chance to reconnect with his kids, which is so cool because it's, yeah, they're my nieces and nephews, but really they would be my friends. They're the age of a lot of my friends now. So, it just was really cool. It was really, really cool. Just, I'm going to go back in a couple of months and help my niece when she needs to pack up her house and stuff. So, oh, yeah, so that helps at least to be able to hold their hand, do that kind of thing, Tom, to be able to see someone when they're unconscious before they pass. It does help for closure, I think. So, but this was just, it was just, there was just so much so good in that visit. There were obviously some moments of grief and wishing he were there with us all, but I felt like he was. It was just I just felt like he was. Yeah. We will see you, Cheryl. And you know what? If you're there until the end of the month, there are possibilities. Because I need to talk to Scott. We want to go to Homer this month. So if we go to Homer, we'll stop in Anchorage. So we will make a point to make sure we see you. Yeah, we will see you. Hopefully, Cheryl, this trip, and then when you're back again. But we'll talk soon. We can talk on the phone. So let me know when you're free in the next day or two, and we'll talk. Yeah. I agree, and I think telling stories about people who have passed is the best way to keep them with us. I was telling my great nephew that my favorite story about his grandpa, that he wouldn't know, he would never have heard. So, and I need to make sure I share that with the other grandkids too. And I'm looking at my amazingly frizzy hair, and I saw that when I was first setting this up, and I'm like, I'm gonna just go put some water on my frizz to settle my curls down, and it just made it frizzy again. I need some product. Don't mind the halo around my head of hair frizz. And I know I have missed painting. I went to Hobby Lobby, and oh my gosh, Tonks is snoring so loud next to me. So if you hear a little rumble in the background, that's just my dog snoring. I was getting ready to start my live, and Luna and Tonks were both just like really antsy, and I'm like, do I want them to be obnoxious during this time, or should I just go outside for a few minutes? So I took them outside for a few minutes. Yeah. I kind of feel like, is this yellow too bright? Do I need to go with just the yellow pearls and not this one? I'm going to try it on the rest of these dots and see if I like it better. Just adjusting this color palette, and I think I'll end up doing another one with more purples in it, but isn't as bright of a palette as it doesn't call for that. Or yellow flash is so bright and shifts to orange. I call it good with the yellow pearl, I think. Okay, I'm gonna update this palette with this. This isn't a critter, this is just the state of Alaska. I'm bringing on a critter soon though. I've got critters. I got a few painted last night. And right now I'm updating this color palette. Because I think it needs to be the yellow pearls. Bright yellow in Decoart pearls. So I'll show you what I'm doing in my color palette. This is my color palette book. And now I'm like scribbling over the parts of it that how many changes and iterations of things I go through. So Jan, if you're out there, I'm changing the yellow to the pearls yellow. Because I sent this to Jan. Jan likes my color palette, so I try and remember to send them to her when I redo one. Coloring over with a black pen. Grabbing a white one. So this is Decoart Pearls. Bright yellow. Voila! Color palette. So let's do this pretty butterfly. I think this was one of the first ones I did. Like that. Shift. Okay. So you do a little paint swap. See how bright that yellow is? It was just too bright. This was the very bottom of the bottle, so I'm not feeling bad about dumping it out. Part of the reason I use like the extra small paint pots too. Feel like I'm not throwing as much paint away. And I do mostly small things, so it's not like I'm gonna run out of paint. Oh, we'll see you, Debbie. Thank you for stopping in. I'm glad you could. Have a wonderful day. Okay, now we've got Gabrielle. I think this is just a little more muted in terms of colors, this palette, so. I like this one. You're here. So you can hear me now, Jan? I guess I should turn on the microphone so you can hear me. Did you hear I changed that yellow, Jan? Just so you know, it's the bright yellow pearls now. Yeah, that's why Jan's supervising, so she won't hurt herself. Get the feeling she's a great supervisor. triple, so I'm going to do this darker first, and then I'll do the lighter one over it. I just ordered I think she's going to change the name from Super Skinny to Mini Skinny ovals. I'm starting to see more and more tools like Jenna's been popping up all over. But the one thing I think Jenna's got right that they don't, the other ones, is the sizes. Each one, there's different sizes of each shape. A lot of ones are doing like a set of all one size with different tools. And I sure love having, like, because I love top dotting, so it sure is nice to have the different sizes to be able to adjust the top dots. Whoa, sorry. Jenny's back. Getting clumsy on you. Oh, goodness me. Keep watching my email because I should get this order, and I have no idea how much they're ordering. A shop in Southeast Alaska, that's the towns on the cruise line, that is doing an order. First time I've had like an official order for a store that's not consignment where we have to check in monthly. They're just ordering and they'll price it how they want. And I know they want mostly ocean life things, so I've been trying to paint more and more of those, but I'm just curious what they want and how much of what I have is what they want, what I already have done, so that'll be cool. Jan's just making sure he doesn't hurt himself so he can continue to use power tools for her to help out in the future. Smart lady. Started doing butterflies more like this too, where I just start in the center and work my way out. I used to kind of section them off and do different things in them. But I'm kind of liking doing them like this. I had forgotten I had placed an order with Jeremy, my shape guy, like long before my trip, and he's like, "Hey, I see you're back." Last night, I've got your stuff done, and I'm like, I have no idea what I ordered. I gotta go look, but I'm sure it's things I needed. But I was already making a list of what I need, and I'm sure it's things that are sitting there ready for me to pick up. I'm like, oh my gosh, how silly am I? It's just my memory. There it is. I felt really good on that trip. I had a couple of moments where I was like, ugh, and had to sleep a little longer, or that kind of thing, but overall I felt pretty darn good. We even had like a big day of going to the Alamo and walked most of the river walk and everything in San Antonio, and I expected to be dead the next day, and I wasn't, and it was so exciting. We were like, Texas kind of likes me. And I don't know if it was the warmth, and I mean, we were in shorts most of the time. It was really cool. Yeah. Jules, did I just see you pop in? Did I see a Jules? Yeah, so that was good. It was really good. And just the building relationships with my nephew, my great nephew. was really super duper fun because we stayed with them, and he was like, I'm not even going to give you the knuckle bump when we first started. And then by the time he left, it was like, I'm going to miss you. I experienced how Amazon is for people in the lower 48 while we were down there. Scott was like, I really need my vitamin D. We're out. And we were laying in bed, and I ordered vitamin D for him and to be delivered to my nephews. And we were laying in bed, and it was probably 10 p.m. and I ordered it, and we woke up, and it was on the porch. I was like, are you kidding me? This is ridiculous how easy it is to get things there. It's like, holy moly. It's not how it is for us. It's getting faster, but it's like we finally have some Amazon trucks up here, so that's kind of cool. They'll deliver on Sundays, or Amazon vans. So we do get things faster, and they put in a warehouse too, so we honestly should be getting things a little faster that they stop there. But I ordered a little stuffy for my great nephew. He has this one that his little dog that he takes everywhere and snuggles it. His name's Ranger. My nephew's 4 right now. And takes that little guy everywhere, and it's so cute. And so I ordered him a really soft, plushy Alaska Husky to be a friend of Ranger's. And he got it yesterday. And he sent me a video. My nephew sent me a video of his son with him in bed with him, just snuggling it. And they named it Danger, so they're Danger and Ranger. It's so cute. It's like, that's the best. Made me really happy. Really happy. Then my son and his girlfriend picked us up at the airport, so I got to see them, and I think Marin and her fiance are coming over today. We went to Green. Oh my gosh. Absolutely. I mean, I have loved George Strait forever, and to go to Green Hall where he used to play when he was starting out, and seeing all the artists on the wall, and that, I mean, it's the oldest dance hall in Texas, and that building is old and the floor is rough. I couldn't even imagine trying to dance on it. I bet it's just a blast in there. But we went there, and then we went back at night, not to Green Hall, but to the Grove, Green Grove. Cool place, just one person live musician playing. Got cool little, they got a bar upstairs, but then like a speakeasy bar downstairs, where on the wall they have prescriptions written during Prohibition that doctors would write for alcohol. You know, it was really cool. It's a neat place. I liked that much more than like going to the Alamo. I loved that area. And then we went to the Hill Country, which was hilarious. When we were flying into Dallas, Scott was like, oh, where are the mountains? Apparently there aren't any. It was super flat. But it was very cool. Great trip with family. Made my day to think about it. And I didn't feel overdone, which was wonderful. That's Jeanette. That's where I've had multiple friends that go for their kids' military graduations from Air Force boot camp or basic training, whatever they call it. I can't remember. Yeah, we've had friends that have done that in recent years. Actually, the guy that was house sitting our house is in the guard, the Air Guard, and he's one of them. That is his good family friends. I really would love to take my kids, even though they're totally adults and everything. Love to take a family trip down there during the summer, because like floating the river is really big, and going to the big Schlitterbahn water park. And actually, I think our next trip we're gonna stay somewhere in Galveston. I think next winter we'll go back down, stay in Galveston with family, and then Scott and I will hop off on a cruise. Scott really wants to do some fishing next time we're there. I'm getting in the rhythm, guys. Took me a minute. Took a minute. Too big of a tool. Too much paint or the other. I almost put that on the wrong one. Jeanette, how have you been? What have you been up to? I was not on social media much while I was gone. So, what have you been painting? Hi, Ellen. Eve, did you just pop in? Trying to keep an eye on who's stopping by. Thank you. Gabrielle's back. Hoppin' apps. I'm not even looking. I don't know what's interesting. Maybe that's what I did. Trying to figure out what I did differently last time, where it made the TikTok chat actually come in on with my other chat, so I could see one. Thank you, Eve. It feels good to be back. It took a minute to get my groove. does feel good. And good to see people. Thank you. I'm took me a second this morning to go, are we really gonna do this? But whatever, it's me. You get the real Jenny. Oh, thanks, Tom. I feel like I should have got a tan while I was there, but I apparently didn't. I'm real. There's sometimes embarrassingly real. But I like to laugh, so that's the real me. Noticing how much paint I have on my hand. I don't know where that blue came from. That's weird from last night. But I swear I've washed my hands a lot. You just wouldn't know. Let's see, I go with this. What did I do? That's just a big. Well, have a great day, Ellen. Thanks for stopping by. I will be on as much as I can. I have a pretty open week, so you'll see me around. Might do a couple evening ones. My husband's working, so yeah. No kidding. I agree with you, Tom. Like, you can tell where people are very poised and little fabrication of whatever's going on. I'm the real deal. You get the snoring dog that sounds like farts in the background. I like this time of year. I think we're going to have a very early spring here in Alaska. This week it's supposed to be up in the 30s a lot. And we don't have a huge amount of snow. So I suspect things are going to be melting soon. Which would be really cool. I gotta go look at my, hello, how are you, Mary Margaret? I gotta go look at my, seed starting, binder, because I don't do a whole lot of vegetables. I do a lot of flowers. Last year, everything I grew, I started from seeds, and that felt good. And some of them were seeds that I collected from plants from the previous year, so I was feeling very natural. Oh. So that, oh, I gotta do all those. Interesting. Gabrielle, are you bouncing around from live to live with your different things? I always forget that Happy Daughter is you. I had to look. I'm like, who's Happy Daughter? That's Gabrielle. But you were in here as you earlier. Deb's on. What's Deb painting today? Thank you. Is that chaos? I kind of really love that spelling. Is that how that's pronounced, chaos? Oh, that's fun. I love it. Love it, love it. Oh, I didn't realize I was off screen a little. Sorry. You gotta yell at me, guys. Come on. Give me some paint. Take a lot of paint to move on this one. So those of you on TikTok and anywhere else, I'm simultaneously streaming to Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So there's comments coming in from, I don't think anybody's on YouTube from what I can tell. That one's harder for me to, well, it isn't. It should have any comments from YouTube coming in, but I don't see any. That's what I'm trying to say. No, I would hate that, but I haven't experienced that yet. What the issue that I have is when the dogs decide they need all the attention, which seems to happen far too often with me. But I think I got them settled in with a little quick run outside, a treat. Scott's sleeping right now. We worked last night. I guess, Jeanette, you were a teacher too. I would think that you would be just fine. We have the ability to hold it for hours on end, you know? Let me use this one. Well, I'm almost 53. We can just wear adult diapers while we're painting, Jeanette. And just Nobody will know. The things that happen off camera. All right. Nope, missed these. I'm not quite sure how I'm feeling about this color palette. It may need to be reworked again. I feel like it almost needs purple in it. I thought that Poetic Plum was going to be a little more purpley. I've got a couple of top dots down still. I remember. Ah, well, congratulations. Yeah. Seems like you have to do them 24/7 if they're going to be truly effective. You can't hear me now, Tom? I don't know what happened that you can't hear me on Instagram. Can you guys, you can hear me okay on, so you can hear me okay on TikTok? I am doing, this is what happens when you get 50s and 60-year-old women in a space together. We get real. So I'm doing the split screen using like a third application. I don't know why I said third. I meant like third party. So it's called Streamlabs, and it's used by a lot of gamers. My son told me about it, Mr. Gamer, YouTube streamer guy. And because I told him I wanted to, something I wanted to do is kind of grow. Yeah, exactly. There is, sorry, I'm just going to point that out. I have done that kind of physical therapy, the pelvic floor physical therapy. It's very good for women to do, for sure. And it's becoming more and more popular. Like every physical therapy office seems to have somebody that can do that now. But what I was saying is I use Streamlabs. That it's a third-party application, and it allows me to do multi-streaming. So I stream, I don't know why I turned off Facebook today, but I did. But I can stream to TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, and Facebook all at the same time. And you can do other applications too. No. I don't, honestly, I'm not sure if you have to have the, it was 500 followers when I had to be able to stream on TikTok. The one cool thing with this is I never get the puzzle piece when I go through Streamlabs. Never ever. It hasn't shown up, so that's pretty cool. When I have it set up right, everything but Instagram will come through in a single chat, and it'll have like the icon on the side so I know where those are coming from. I'm not using my phone anymore. I bought 2 webcams, not major high quality ones. So I have one that's on me, and I just decided I would do that to be different, and to let people put a face to what I'm doing, I suppose. So I have this one that you can see. Well, you can't see it if you're on TikTok, but it's right below me, pointing down. And then I have the one on me, and I have my computer over here on my left that I might reach over and type in every once in a while. But I have a like 24-inch monitor in front of me. I started off by just using my laptop, but I have this monitor left over from my teaching computer classes days, and so I just put that on my windowsill, and I should probably sometime just like take my camera, my phone, and kind of record this setup so people can see it. That might be helpful. Well, thank you, Mary Margaret, and you know that you are the reason I am doing this on Alive, because I think it was when I had like 300 followers. I was on Mary Margaret's, and she said, you should do lives. Jenna encouraged me, you should do it. So I'm like, well, I don't have enough followers, and so over the next couple of months, I built up enough followers. Because does it tell you when you started your, this TikTok isn't even a year old. I don't even think it's a year old. Because I retired February 21st of 2024. And I had just dabbled in painting, just kind of like when I could, but it wasn't very much. And then I just started, like about this time last year, I started painting daily. And by April, I was like, wow, I like this. I like what I'm seeing. And I'm just slowly growing since then. That's what I'm doing. Little slow grow. Oh, I'm glad you got your audio back, Tom. I was saying all sorts of terrible things about you. Okay, let's see. I think I want to do these yellows first. Do the center one. Ooh, it dripped, but it landed on one of them. So quiet and focused all of a sudden. Well, thank you. Okay, I will try and stop by yours after I am done. A lot of times I just continue painting and will watch others while I'm painting. So I'll try and pop in. Are you going to do yours on TikTok or on Instagram? Because I know you had done several on Instagram, Mary Margaret. Have a great day. So good to see everyone and be back. You don't realize what you miss. Yeah, I miss my peoples. My dot fam peoples. Cool. Okay, I will look for you. I will look for you. This was one of the first ones I did, and I changed the pink I'm using. This was the blush pink, and it just looked too muted. So I swapped it out for... What did I swap it out for? Oh, cactus flower, which I really like. I hadn't used it before. I got a few new colors while I was in Texas. Got a couple of things at Hobby Lobby. Kind of exciting. Oh, okay, have fun. And I will pop in on yours, Jeanette. I say bad things, trust me. There are a lot of naughty words that come out of my mouth. I just know how to filter because I taught for so many years. I can tell my brain is more rested than it often is, telling me that painting does strain my brain, because the advertisements are not bothering me on my YouTube music. A lot of times they get really distracting for me and agitate me, but nope. Any of you daughters use strawberry, Deco Art Americana strawberry? I shouldn't have mixed it with anything, and I did, thinking it needed to be a little darker. But I'm not sure if it's one of those that isn't fully opaque or not. I'm kind of getting the feeling that it is. If you mixed it with like ultramarine blue, I think you'd get a really pretty color. I might try that. I might try it. Hey, Jessica! So happy to see you. The original J. Crew member right there. Founding member. My trip was so good. Oh, it is on the no-no list? Okay, that makes sense then. It does make sense that it's on the no-no list. It's just so pretty. But there are things on the no-no list that I still use. I'll make it work. My trip was so fantastic, Jessica. I can't even... It was so good. Soul-filling. Just felt so close to my brother being with his... Yeah, I think that's the trick when they're like that. Sometimes I just add like a darker color too, just to try and make it work. But it was so soul-filling to spend so much time with my brother's kids and his grandkids and stuff. Just kind of, his kids really needed a connection to the D'Souza side of the family. They really did. They haven't, since my brother passed away, had that kind of connection, and they were just, they couldn't say how many times they said how happy they were that Scott and I were there, and how much it meant to them that we came to visit and stuff. So it was, Scott and I realized this needs to be an annual trip, and it really can be now, which is good. With me not working, that helps. And it didn't wear me out like I thought it would. It was just, it was good. And it helped me realize how painting isn't so great for my neck and shoulders. That's definitely part of my issue. And because when I came back 2 nights ago and I didn't do any painting yesterday, I came in here and I painted like 5 pieces. 4? No, 5. And I was like, oh, my neck was hurting bad last night. So I think I'm just going to break up my day with different little short yoga things, like 5-10 minute yoga things. And I think that'll really help. Tonks, you're such a dreamer. She's having a nightmare or something. But I had so much fun with my, yeah, I kind of overdid it painting, sadly. But I have physical therapy tomorrow, and I will go confess to them that I didn't do my exercises very much because my neck felt really good. Then I got home, which was actually the flight home. That was the issue. Our flight was miserable. Have you ever been on planes where they're so hot? Like, it must have been like 85 degrees in there and just stuffy. And Scott is always so hot. And it was like, Scott's really big, like broad shouldered. Like, even when I met him 30 years ago, he was a 2XL, even though he was trim. He just has really broad shoulders. It was on Alaska, and I don't normally have issues, and that was just the main thing, is it was Scott's so wide that when we have seats together, because he's 4 inches into my seat, and I always we literally sit where he's sitting, and he when he's on the aisle, he's always, his shoulders are out in the aisle too, and so he's always bumping over into me. but I have to sit almost under him, like he's like over my shoulder, and I have to sit under him a little bit. So it was just hot. He's producing massive amounts of heat, and it was just, by the time we were on the last leg on our way up here, I was like, I totally expected to need my sweatshirt, and I put it on in Seattle, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this flight's so hot too. Made sense coming out of Texas because it was pretty warm, but it was so hot coming home, just the last stretch, even up into Fairbanks. Didn't put my sweatshirt on. I took it off on the flight. But yeah, it just makes it. Yeah, Alaska is very good. We haven't had issues with Alaska, but it was just the temperature was like, oh my gosh, are you serious? Somebody open a window. I wish. And we kind of started. I put us in the exit row. Because Scott's 6'3", so not only is he broad, he's tall. So yeah, I was pretty miserable. And ready to be home for sure. So it was just, I didn't have to be touching the heater that Scott is sometimes. Yeah, I think it would have, I didn't feel air sick, but it was just, we both got home and was like, okay, cool shower just to wash the flights off of us. Like there was no way I was gonna go to bed. It was so sticky and gross feeling. I know. Yeah, and there have been so many airplane incidents recently that it was, I still have to like say, okay, how many planes are flying each day? And there's been these, we just hear about them in the news, so it feels like there's, the percentage is still so low. Yeah. But yes, definitely a lot of incidents with airplanes recently. Sorry, I'm just looking. I think I needed to do some more top dots on this one. So I'm going to set that aside. You need another layer. Tonks is snoring so much. The last couple of trips we've taken, we come home with a new toys for the dogs. They're like little kids. We pulled those toys out, and it was instantly, each one of them had them, and prancing around the house with them, the new squeakers, squeaking them. So cute. I got them at the Green Grove in Texas, where we went and listened to some live music and stuff, and that was really cool. And they had like, almost like not a farmer's market, but they had little tents around the outside that people were selling their wares. And there was one that had like homemade dog treats and had these stuffies that I got them. Look at this one. It's so freaking cute. You see this? I'm amazed they haven't chewed the eyes off of this little pig. But it was so funny. Thank you, Jagged Bill, for following. Patty, hello. Sorry, not my pig there. That was one of the toys we got them. Yeah, really cute toys. Could not resist. But they like, Luna has carried hers around. Well, she kind of moved back and forth between them. She's definitely more interested in them than Tonks. But it was pretty cute to see them both with them on our bed. So happy to have us home with their new little toys. Okay, that's that's what I needed to add to that one. I think I wanted to add a small oval dot there. These dogs aren't dogs, they think they're little humans, I think. That's why. These dogs are very spoiled. Like they spent yesterday running errands with Scott. They get to go for car rides when it's warm enough to leave them in the car. When it's warm enough and not too cold, not too warm. Times where it's too cold for sure, and obviously too hot in the summer. Gloopy. We went to a winery in Texas and did wine tasting for the first time at a winery, which, I mean, I've had plenty of opportunity to go do that, but just never had done it, and that was kind of cool. I don't drink very much anymore, but it was neat to be able to do that and spend a little, got a couple of bottles of wine. That's what we got for our kids, a couple of bottles that we really liked that didn't get any for ourselves, but got bottles for our kids. It's their little gift from a trip. So, yeah, and mine don't chew on, they'll chew the toys apart, but they won't chew other things, thankfully. Unless Tonks can find food somewhere, she'll chew on whatever food is available. Oh, I didn't finish this one. Silly. Sorry. We've got paint bugger stuck to my finger. Yeah, the eyes on that little pig will be gone before too long. I'm surprised they made it through the first day. But the other one we got it's a duck, and it's like that too. Ridiculous eyes. I just put that on the wrong color. The wrong color on that. It's supposed to be the darker one. It's supposed to be pretty. Little combo. I'm in Jenna's VIP group, and I missed weeks 2 and 3 of last month's piece, so I need to sit down and finish that. Maybe I'll do that this afternoon. Got a few shapes prepped, but I'm kind of waiting to see what this store is ordering, so I know if I have to paint more to get their order put together. Or if a lot of it will come from my stock, which would be so awesome. I have at least 2 of every ornament painted right now, every shape that I have. So I know it just depends on if they decide they want specific colors or I'm not sure how detailed they'll go in their order, if they're going to just say we want 30 ornaments in variety. I have no idea. Kind of exciting though, the first real order for a store though. Pretty cool. Cool day. Alright. That little wolf is done. When I look at things on camera, I see things differently. Like this feels like it's almost too low, the center part, because there's a little gappy up there. Maybe I need to add a little something in there to make it so it doesn't feel gappy. Maybe some yellow. Maybe just some yellow dots. Where did I put the original? Mary Margaret's going live. I just got a notification. You know what? Maybe I'll just keep it with this, the pinkier color. Although it's different now. Yeah, I'll do that. Since I have these dots in here, I'll just kind of expand them out into this space. And maybe that'll help it not look off balanced. Smaller end of this going. It is a wolf head, yes. And I've got this big guy to do next too. So a couple of wolves. I just kind of fill this in a little more. I can set it aside and work on another one and come back and top dot this in a little bit. I just felt like it was a little too, gosh, Jenna's wearing on me. I was okay with negative space, and now I'm starting to not be as okay with negative space. Been gone so long that I miss people. So happy to see so many of you. Was trying to explain to my nieces and nephews. Hi, Tracy. I was trying to explain to my nieces and nephews how this has been one of the big changes in my life in the last year. Just you know, I think I started doing lives in October. So just the community that we have that is so supportive. Thanks, Tracy. That's just so supportive, and just to see some of you pop in, it's like stupid eyes are leaking, you know. Just it makes me so happy to see you. Seriously, it's cool. I didn't realize I missed it as much as I do now that I'm back today. So, thank you for stopping by. Okay, I'm going to let this one sit for a little bit. And I'm going to do, I don't know, what should I do? The wolf or the fox? I've got the fox. And I've got the wolf. Same palette. First one to put a comment in telling me which one I'm doing. Fox or wolf? Looks like it's gonna be the wolf, because nobody's putting a comment in. Which is perfectly okay. Perfectly okay. This, I'm going to poke this. It has the hole already, but I filled it with paint, which I'm going to do again, I'm sure. See you, Tom. Thank you for, thank you, Tracy. We're definitely doing the wolf. Tom, I'll see you later. Glad you could stop by. Take a break. Oh, that's so cute. Her spirit animal. Well, I just did the wolf head, so it makes sense to do the wolf. We will do it. I did put down when I think I'll just leave it. I might add a little bit of Dragonfly glaze to those that I just painted in that other palette. Yeah, Tracy, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I do, I do. I think I actually just open this up. Very shadowy. I'm sorry. That's the stinking light I have up above is so bright. I love the Dragonfly glaze. The Violet Blue Green Shift is good. That one's the one that's more blue, isn't it? Comes out more blue. This one I was just playing with, and it's a lot of the pink, and it looks very pink and violet. So I don't get red out of them even when they say red. I don't. Yeah. I wrote on like the tops of them purple, blue, pink, what they really kind of come out as. The one that I'm not a super fan of is the full spectrum one. I don't necessarily like it on top. I might do a layer of it over the black base. Who knows why I poked the hole through and I just filled it in again. That's one paint that lasts. You use so little of it. Like, I think I just bought a second bottle of that exact one, the violet, blue, green, because I was starting to get low, but it's definitely a paint that lasts. You use so little. I've seen big bottles of it, and I'm like, what are people doing that use that much of it that they need the giant bottle? These are color changing top coat is what it's called. The color shifts they look like these. That's their label. Both are folk art. But the Dragonfly glaze is almost like a glittery top coat. Like a super fine glitter. And I will often use it on the base. Like this one I did just a glitter. I like if you look at all of my prepped pieces, I do a glitter base over the black. So then it just kind of peeks through where there aren't dots. That's just one of my MOs. This one, it must have been the green. What was this? That it was so green. So this is what's interesting. This is the pink, if I'm remembering. The pink extreme glitter has a very green. Yes. So Eve, I will do black base coat, and then some sort of, and I do a whole variety of different glitters, glitter, kind of glittery, shimmery base coat before I do my base dots. So that way, anywhere that there's black coming through, and that's why I'm not so, I'll leave a little negative space here and there because I know that some sparkle's going to come through. It also is really good at hiding imperfections. If your dots aren't perfect or whatever, the glitter, I just feel like it's a nice, does a little camouflage. And then when I'm finishing the ornaments, this cut is from 24 Hour Crafts, so it has the paper on it, but that's a 24 Hour Crafts, but I will do both sides with glitter. So the back will have glitter as well. So it's not just a plain black background. I do a varnish. Well, how do I say this? I hadn't been doing just like a varnish. I don't varnish before I do the base dots. No, I will do a varnish over the back, on the back side when it's all done, and I'll do a varnish over the whole ornament before I go and do the resin. I wasn't doing that, but that's something that I did like a one-on-one with Jenna, and I'm like, okay, I want to talk about finishing things. Like, how do you go about, how do you choose what you're going to put resin on in terms of the bigger pieces? Because I was putting resin on the big pieces, and it looks so pretty, but she's absolutely right. It's like too much shine at times. You have to really, like, I look at the ones behind me that have resin, and you can even see some of them, even not in good light and in black and white. They do have so much reflection. So I started using the triple thick, which I hated. I couldn't get the triple thick to work, and that was another reason I wanted, like, how do you use triple thick and make it work, Jenna? Because I just can't get it. Like, it always comes out gross for me. So we talked brushes and technique and everything, and she's the master. I don't know if you can see, I don't think you can see the moose head up there that I did. It's so much better. I mean, it looks nice, so makes me happy. Makes me happy. Julie! Well, it's been a while. I was gone. Yeah, the whale tail is, that's resin. And this is just so zoomed. Let me see if I can zoom out enough that you're going to be able to see the bow. Yes, Julie, I was gone. I was out of town. What you doing, little girl? See, I think like on this size, when I'm looking at like, I think this is like where's my camera? Like a 10-inch. Let me get in color for you. Look, it's like Wizard of Oz. I was in Texas with family, and it was so great. So So with you can just see when I do resin, there is a bit of a glare, you know, and sometimes it's just too much. I think on the bigger pieces it is too much. I like it. This size I think is good. But when I'm doing these massive oversized one, like this one's 18 inches, this is triple thick. And I think I got it down. I think it looks really nice. There's enough shine to it. It's well protected. Ooh, might need to do another coat. It's right there. I don't see. It's always good to look at things a couple days later or weeks in this. I love this starfish though. Look at the center. I love it. I love it. Yeah, Julie, it was so good. Yeah, so I think I can get away with it. I felt like I needed to do resin, but now I think I'm good. I think I'm in, and it's so much less stressful when you're doing resin on a big piece. Like the whale tail, I ended up needing to do a third coat on that one because there was a couple of little spots that I wasn't comfortable with. So, yeah. Kind of hoping that this order that I'm supposed to get, that they want the whale tail to sell in their shop. I'm hoping. Yes, I have done a second coat of triple thick. In fact, I have a moose up there, a moose head up there that I did 2 coats on. And it looks really nice. That one actually has more shine, I think. Toes. This one has, so it's got 6 layers because it's double coat of triple thick. But yeah, I think this one turned out pretty cool. And I did do, I got some new brushes that Jenna recommended when I was in Texas. I went to Hobby Lobby. Yeah, so it feels safer doing triple thick now than it did before. You have to work quickly with it, and you can't overwork it. That's the other thing. Cannot overwork it. So this is a perfect example, guys, of third time's the charm. This exact piece of wood I have painted 3 times. This is the third iteration of what I painted on it. The first one I messed up the resin. The second one I just didn't like it. I never liked it. I never put it up for sale or anything. I just had it on my wall. I didn't like it well enough to even try and sell. So I decided I was going to give it another shot, and I like it now. And I feel like it's one of those pieces that you would, like, in hundreds of years, layers or start peeling away and they'll see what was underneath, you know, that kind of thing. I haven't used the iridescent varnish, and that's something, maybe you've even mentioned it, that's something that I should try. I think that I would probably going to grab some. I've got to get to our Joann's and see what I can grab there. I hope they have Laguna. I like that color. I'm not going to climb up on a chair right now to put that moose back up. Yeah. Before the dotting, and that's something I love to do, and I bet that's similar to using a dragonfly glaze. I bet it is. Okay, back to Mr. Wolf. I know Joann's is closing, and originally ours was supposed to stay open. So now we're only going to have a Michael's up here. That's all we're going to have. So I'm just going to be doing, like, what do you call it? Doing, like Hobby Lobby doesn't ship up here. I don't think they ship up here, or it wasn't free shipping up here. And Michael's free shipping isn't up here. It's just annoying. Oh. Oh, Tracy, that's all you have. Well, we need to just work out ways we can get things to each other, I think. Oh, that's hard. That is hard. Tracy, do you ever go into Washington? Because Vancouver is just so close. I think I was in a live and you were talking about when the border was closed. People didn't realize that. I knew the border was closed being in Alaska during COVID. We were actually looking at buying a truck camper in Canada, and it was months of the border being closed when we finally said, no, we're not doing it. Oh my gosh, really? That's not, that, ours, 24, yeah, does 24-hour craft ship to Canada? 24-hour craft ships to me. They're awesome. Oh, hi, Luna. Are you coming to say hello? Here's Luna, guys. She needs to say her hello. Want to say hi to everyone? Want to say hi? Come here. She just like reached up so she could climb. They're over here, sweetheart. They're over here. You don't want to say hi? Good. Yeah. Do you? No, she's just so sweet. Look at her. She's just laying on me. Let me turn you so they can see you. They want to see you. You're looking out the window. Hello. How are you? You're so sweet. You're my sweet girl. Let's put her so they can see you. Now she's sniffing my elbow. What are you doing? She's such a sweetheart. She just needs to be held. Hi, Pearl. We just have to have a couple of minutes when she just needs a little snuggle time. You need your snuggle time. Are you saying hi? I love her too. You guys need to send me, like, message me your addresses and I will send you a Luna and Tonk sticker that I had made. Oh my gosh, she just rested on my shoulder. Okay, you my little snuggle buggle. Sweet girl. I am on Facebook, yeah. You can find me .along.ak. It's there, yeah, you can find me through that. I'm also, Jenny Long is such a common name, my maiden name's in there. Jenny D'Souza Long, which is not an easy name, so... Yeah, but seriously, if you haven't sent me your address, guys, send me your address and I will send you a Luna and Tonk sticker because she's definitely part of my lives. She does this. She knows. Are you going to let me paint again? Or are you just being too chill, looking out the window? There's nothing out there. When we were gone, the guy staying here said, "You had 2 moose in the yard 2 days in a row." You ready to get down? Alright, I gotta put you down so I can get painting, okay? I missed you. I missed you so much. Get your pig. Get your pig. Get your pig. Here. Little pig. See if we can distract her with the pig for a little bit. Had this paint open forever. Oh, now you're going to hear the pig squeaker. That sounds kind of like an oink. It's too cute. Just chewing on it. I love it when they like toss toys to play with them. Make them alive. We did get her little sweatshirts when I had her shaved last month, but she normally has longer hair because she's an Aussie Doodle, but she's been good without it. She's starting to grow back, and it's really been warmer. It has been warmer, but I just love the little sweaters on her. She actually likes her little sweaters. It's so cute. Oh, there's her duck. She's making this pig oink. My dog's making all their farty sounds in the background. This is Aqua Flash. I like Aqua Flash. So one of my brother's kids and her husband, they have an annual cup of all of their games, and they have games, like 100 and some games that they play in this cup, and they keep track of who wins. So we were in Dallas with them, and they brought a giant bag of games for us to play. And I got to play some new games that I hadn't played before. That was fun. And one of the games that we played was it Skull King? Skull King. It's like pirates and stuff in it. Card game. And my nephew, her older brother, he's competitive and he's good at games. Could not win for anything that game. And she's chewing on the pig. It's just making little winks. And so we get back to his house in New Braunfels, and his sister and brother-in-law had Amazon deliver the Skull King, and with the note of just saying, we played tons of games, just saying, Casey, you need to practice. So cute. Basically the message. Oh, I'm so sorry you can't hear the oinking fart sound that's coming out of the dog toy back there. but it was so cute that they did that for Casey. And then a game shows up for us the next day, and it's called Oh Fruck. And I mean, when we played that, and there may have been some drinks involved, but when we played it, I haven't laughed that hard in so long. It was, there were moments in it where we were all dying, and it's like your abs hurt from laughing so hard. It was so much fun. So they got us that game, and it just has all these quirky little rules you have to remember and stuff. So it was pretty fun, though. So we have that, so I can't wait to play that like next weekend with my kids. But then I played with my great nieces. We played Nerds a ton, and they loved it. They just loved playing Nerds, and they live in New Braunfels also. So after we got back from Dallas, we spent the week in New Braunfels, and we saw them a couple of times throughout the week, and we just pulled out the cards and were playing Nerds. So I sent them a box of, I think it has 12 different color decks of cards that you can use for Nerds. Not an official Nerds thing, but That was just super duper fun. We had so much fun playing games, and the kids were, I just love it. That's, yeah, just a few. Well, and we come from big families, so if you wanted, you could play with 12 people. It would be super fun. It would be super fun. So, yeah. And then my nephew, Casey, I love him. He's so much like his dad and his grandpa. So that just was like my dad, and he's just so much like them. He, out of my dad's 8 kids, is the only boy grandson. So I think he's felt a little pressure to carry on the family name. And he has one child, which is a boy. So, but he, he's a good kid. He's got the best freaking job ever. Yeah, the games, it's the laughter you have around the games, I think, that makes it so much fun, because you're picking on people. It just is that's the part of game nights that I love, is just the fun that happens around it. And we got my husband playing games, which was cool, because he's not a huge game player, but he's getting better at it. But Casey pulled out on Thursday. We were leaving Friday, and he pulled out the backgammon. He goes, "I don't know how to play." And I said, "I can't remember how to play either, but I've played it tons." And he said, it was a game that Dad loved, and a game that Grandpa loved. And so I really want to learn how to play. So we sat and played backgammon. He's good at games, and I beat him. I think I beat him in the 2 out of 3, and I said, let's take it to 5. And then he ended up beating me, like, in the very end by barely any. But that was super fun. He needed the family connections, and I could tell. And that was just what was so cool. And I love it. Yeah. Oh, they have so many, your daughter's family has so many. That's how, that is honestly how my niece and her husband are. They have, and I love it that it's part of their marriage, and what they do is they play these games. And I always thought it was, honestly, for them, I thought it was really great for their marriage. But as we're playing games, and they're like, this is for the cup, because if they hadn't played it, they can play it with other people for the cup. But Jordan's like, oh no, there are nights where we get pretty upset. Her husband is very intelligent and very good at games. He's a pilot in the Air Force, and he has always won the cup. But Jordan's like, I've been close, because she's really smart too. So it's like, I've been close a couple times. I just, dang that guy. Oh my gosh, that is a ton of games. 4 gorilla racks full. There are some games that, and I love, it seems like every time I visit family, there's a new game to play. And like Nerds, I've played, but I was playing it wrong, I now know. But I played Dutch Blitz a lot, and there's a lot of similarities between Nerds and Dutch Blitz, for sure. She's just gnawing on that pig. Love the pig. Oh, Cara, how cool. I've seen some recent people knitting sweaters, and that's a pretty amazing skill. I think if I picked up anything, it would be that, to be able to... Can you crochet sweaters, or do you have to knit them? think if I'd started something like that, it would be functional clothing, you know, sweaters, hats, that kind of thing. Although there are all those cute little stuffies that Juliana makes. Oh, yeah? Okay. That's cool to know. What's easier? Knitting is 2 needles, right? Oh shit, that's a lot of paint. Personal preference. Okay. If I were to which one's harder? Harder to learn. Crochet is easier. Okay. So if I actually wanted to learn, I should try knitting first. So I pick up the harder one first. At least that's my mentality. Do what's harder first and it makes the other one easier to learn. Is that a reasonable way to go about it? Tracy, this is pie in the sky. If I ever did. I will not. I probably will never. But if I were to, yeah, I don't have time right now. This is filling my days. I got at the Hobby Lobby in Texas one little Longhorn shape because Casey is a huge Longhorns fan. He's always hook 'em, however they do that. Hook 'em. Oh, dream big. Yes. Oh, okay. Crochet is more versatile, possibly. I think if I were staying, I don't plan to stay in Alaska forever. I want to be somewhere where it is a bit warmer. So maybe learning how to knit sweaters isn't necessary. There, I just talked myself out of it. I'll just look at the beautiful things you guys make. My daughter's been crocheting. That's what I should tell her to do. She has this thought for her wedding. Because she wants to have it when it's kind of cool and still outdoors. And a thought about using blankets, giving everybody blankets for the... Luna would chew them up so quickly. She would. Like, one of my old students gave me a couple of really cute little things. They're twins. They both gave me one last year when I retired. And they quickly became Luna toys, and Luna... You can tear apart crocheted animals pretty quickly. That's something I have learned. It's too big. Make them things they can destroy. I think I would be like, I spent hours on that, dog. What are you doing? Kind of like when she chewed up my sweet little bear. Isn't that cute, though? I thought this was so cute. I can't make them easily. Hi, Patty. Patty's on Instagram. Yeah, the little bear that Luna chewed up the foot on. I posted a video on that the other day. But I love how this turned out with the flowers. Let me get close. I didn't ever wipe the paint off. I just moved through the different shades of purples and lavenders, and I thought it turned out pretty. I'm still like, I'm like, how can I use this? I feel like if I could like cut this off and put it in the corner of something. I'm not ready to give it up. Yeah. You're just trying to get me, Eve, you're trying to get me to start crocheting. It's not going to happen. I've already filled a room with paint things. What would I do with all the yarn? I'll let my daughter. Oh, I know what my daughter's phrase is. It's to have and to hold, and if you get hold, and if you get cold. She wants to do like a sign that says something like that. To have and to hold, and if you get cold. I think that's what the phrase was. She wants. Pretty cute. That's what I should tell her to do. That's it. Crochet blankets for people. That would be neat. I haven't even started, so I haven't given anything up, Tracy. This is just me thinking. Me thinking all the thoughts. She's gnawing away at those eyes. I'm sure the pig eyes are coming off today. My son lived here when he started dating his girlfriend 4 years ago. They've been together a little while. And she got the dogs a baby Yoda. And Seth is a very... Eve, you sure tried, but yeah, we're done. I will not crochet or knit. But Riley got the dogs this baby Yoda, and they knew that they were not allowed to chew that up. That toy lasted a couple of years because we're like, do not chew baby Yoda up, and they knew Riley got it for them. There were times she would come over and Tonks would go grab it and run up to the door with it in her mouth. They just totally knew where that toy came from. It was so cute. So cute. So they don't destroy things if we train them to not. I'm going to finish this and then I'm going to be done for the day. Take a break. Just have a couple of messages. I got to see what these are. Physical therapy appointment and spam. Do you want to work remotely? No, thank you. Physical therapy at 10 in the morning tomorrow. Okay, lots of little dots here. Oh, I did use you. I had such a good talk with my mom yesterday. Told her all about our trip. The kids were talking about Grandma and Great Grandma. I think that's how we learned a lot of our games. My mom loved playing card games and stuff with us growing up. So it kind of is something that has been a family thing because of Mom. Watching hockey and crafting. Perfect Sunday, Patty. I am gonna take a break, eat something, and then I think do a project that I need to watch the step-by-step video on. I'll fast forward through it, I think. Hi, Sydney. Are you really there, or were you just scrolling through? Sydney was our next door neighbor for years in Salcha. And she moved to a different part of Alaska. Oh, I'm in color. I'm supposed to be in black and white. Forgot. Oh, it sounds like you. What are you chewing on? It wasn't the. I thought for sure she was going to chew the eyes off of this thing, but she worked on the foot. Wow, when I see the back of my hair, it's so gray underneath. Wow. Wow. I just got the order from that company. Let's see what they want. Guys, this is exciting. Oh, they want a big salmon. Oh, they want a big owl. Oh. Wait. They want salmon, owls, eagles. Oh. 2 eagles, grizzlies on all 4s. Oh, I think they want things that I have done already. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is going to be so cool. They want hummingbirds, orcas, owls. Guys, they ordered $1,700 worth of my pieces. Can you believe that? Yeah, I'm totally. Yeah, it's the store in Sitka, Alaska. Oh my God, I'm starting to shake. Hold on, I just gotta. And it looks like it's things that I already have done. You guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They want the whale tail. Oh my gosh. They want all my salmon. They want all of them. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm sorry, I'm having a moment here. I can't even see it. They want some dragonflies that I gotta paint. No. They want the dragonflies I have. Oh my gosh, you guys. Thank you. I am like, oh my gosh. I think there's a couple of things I'm going to have to paint. I want some whale tails, so I'm going to have to do some little whale tails. They want 33 ornaments and 7 wall art pieces. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is amazing. Okay. Well, thank you, Tracy. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that. I don't have a grizzly up there, so I've got to paint the grizzly. I think that might be the only thing. I think I have to paint some whale tails. Wow. 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 Yeah, it's not, it's, so I told them if they order over $1,000, I'll give them a discount. So it's still more than what I get commission at the local shop. Oh, thank you, Patty. I see you doing the happy dance. Yeah, they're paying me. They'll pay me for those. It's good news. It's good news. It's good news. I lean down and she just like jumps up into my arms. It's such good news. Those are happy tears. It's all the good stuff. It's all the good stuff. I promise. I promise. It's the good stuff. What are you doing? Just gotta lay on my shoulder. So this is cool. This, I know, Luna totally knows. She was little, wasn't sure if she should be concerned or not. So what I decided I would do is I reached out to 6 shops along along the cruise line in Southeast Alaska, and I sent a second email when I didn't hear back from any of them, saying that I'd be happy to send a couple of samples of my work. And this was the only one I heard back from, and I sent her 2 ornaments, and she was like, yeah, we want these. So that's pretty cool. That's how that worked. And that's why I've just been painting so much lately. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's just so cool. So cool. And most of the stuff, as I glance through this, are things that I already have done. So I gotta go through it and pull off my site what I need to pull off my site. I've gotta get Jeremy to cut me some. Gotta find me a good whale tail. I have one that just feels a little short, so I kind of want to redo the one that I have. Can I put you down? No, I'm gonna rest my shoulder. Rest on your shoulder. Sweet girl. I am so happy I got to share that with you guys. That moment. I'm so glad I did. That's so cool. Oh, what a good day. You, little miss. How you doing? Can I put you down now? Why don't you go lay down with Dad? Go get some sleep with Dad. Yeah, go. Sweet girl. I love you. Love you, love you. That's cool. It was a great moment in time, and I was so happy I got to share that with you guys. That happy dances, happy dance. She's going after the pig again. Okay, finish this guy. Then go. So I will definitely be sharing that store and everything. That was part of my sell to things like, I'm starting to build a following on social media. I'd be happy to, share your store. Oh, cool. So cool. So cool. That's just... That makes for a good day. happy day. Oops. Wasn't done. I believe they want all of my salmon. Ah. Joking. Well, and you know what? The salmon So when I do the grizzly, I'm going to resin coat it too. Because all of those wall art ones are resin. And it's only a 10-inch resin, 10-inch bear. I think I have one. Gotta go find it. Oh my gosh, you guys. How am I gonna... I'm sorry, now I'm looking around going, what boxes do I have? I may have to ship things in 2 boxes. I kept the box that the whale tail came in from 24 Hour Crafts. So, thank you guys. And I've got to go. Julie, thank you for being here for my super happy moment. You needed to be. I'm just about done too, so I will be finishing this and getting to work on my big order. So exciting. So exciting. I'm like, okay. I'm probably going to do some triple dots on this in a little bit, but I'm going to stop for now. Thank you for sharing that time with me today, you guys, seriously. I'll be back. I'll be back. Painting the things I need to paint for that order. So freaking cool. Well, so special to me to get that during a live and be able to share it with you guys. What a day. Thank you. I love your support so much as I love all of you guys. So thank you so much. It always takes me a few seconds to get out of these things, so I will... Yes. Oh, that's a great idea. Thank you. Yes, I can do that. Perfect. Love you guys. Thank you. Thank you for that, Eve. I definitely need to do that. I will. How cool. Bye, guys.